Hey, let me ask you a quick question. Is your dream to buy a house, but you feel like there's always something stopping you? Maybe you're telling yourself lies like, I can't afford a house, or you think it's going to take forever to repair your credit, or even save for a down payment. Maybe you think you have too much debt. Does any of this sound familiar? Sure, you might have made some financial mistakes in the past, but honestly, who hasn't? I'm here to tell you that no matter your position, I truly believe that you can buy a house. It just might take a little bit more time and some effort on your part. So let's jump in. I'm Kelly and I work with Pro Home Buying. I help people repair their finances before they buy a house. And I actually just pulled over to the side of the road because I just got off the phone with a friend of mine who was previously a client. And we first started working together. She was beating herself up constantly because she thought she'd never be able to afford a house. When we broke her situation down, guess what? It wasn't as dire as she made it out to be. In fact, she was able to just make a few small changes and a few changes in her thinking, and now she confidently has her finances not only under control, but is now buying her third home as becoming a real estate investor. But whether or not you can buy a house really only comes down to just a few things, right? What you can afford and making sure this is realistic within your budget, not what the bank says, your down payment, and your credit score. Now, let's quickly take a look at them individually. Maybe you think you can't afford it. Now, what's the best way to take a look at this? So we'll look at your take-home pay, what actually gets deposited in your bank account each month, and look at your average monthly expenses and make sure to include any additional savings. Subtract your expenses from your income, and what do you have left over? This is what you're going to use as your total monthly payment for your new home. So remember, this is not just your loan payment. It should include things like your utilities, your taxes, your insurance, your mortgage insurance. If you have any homeowners association dues, anything like that. But what if this amount doesn't work with your wants? What are the 3 things that can change how much you can afford? By increasing your income, decreasing your monthly expenses, and increasing your down payment. So we'll start with increasing your income. Do you like your job and have you been at it for a while? So go ahead and do a salary comparison in your area. Are you being paid what you're worth? If not, and you're seeing that your salary is lower than your job title than other companies in the area, go ahead and use that info to start a conversation with your boss about a raise. Maybe you don't like your job and you're not super thrilled about it. And I just stress, if you're not looking for a home in the near future, you can start looking for a new job that pays you what you're worth. But always remember that lenders like to see you in the same line of work for 2 years. But I digress. Do you have time for a side hustle? There's ways that you can make an additional money each month. Go through your list of monthly expenses one by one. See where you're spending the most money. And can you see anything right off the bat that you can cut down or even eliminate? Do you have any memberships that you need to reevaluate? And ask yourself, do you really need blank? If that means that if eliminating it will get you to your goals faster. So can you reduce things like your fixed payments, your cell phone, your cable bills, anything like that? There are some apps that will even renegotiate some deals for you and highlight areas where you can save more. So they're pretty cool. Just go ahead and Google money saving apps. And a large monthly expense many people have is debt. First thing, go through all your debts and list them out by monthly payment, interest rate, original and current balance, and then payoff date. Are there any payments that you can cut out altogether by downsizing your life? Like, for instance, eliminating a really large car payment and driving a less expensive car. But also, if you're not buying a house soon, like in the next 4 to 6 months, you can also look at refinancing some larger installment loans, like your personal loan or student loans. Just make sure the money makes sense and the numbers make sense. Decide how much you want to pay before you buy a house and develop a plan of how much and by when. And then break this amount down into smaller increments so it seems a little bit more feasible. So say you want to pay down about $4,000 of debt in 8 months. So you do the $4,000 divided by 8, and that means that you have $500 that you need to be applying towards this debt each month. And if it's easier, visualize it by day or week or whatever's the best for you. And then you tackle the smallest debt first. Apply all you can to the smallest debt while making the minimum payments on everything else. And do this until it's paid off. Now for your down payment, list your assets. And as a disclaimer, I always say it's best to have at least 3 months in reserves to pay for your expenses in case something unexpected happens. So start by opening a savings account. They have special homebuyer savings account all across the U.S. that you can even save some additional money. So check into that. And like debt, make a plan or a goal and how much you want to save by when, and start aggressively saving. Put all the money you can each month into this account, or you can also get down payment assistance. Just Google down payment assistance programs in your area, and I'm sure that you'll even be able to find a few either down payment assistance or closing costs or grants that you might be able to qualify for. If you need help with savings or budgeting, make sure to try and get an accountability partner, someone who will keep you on track. And finally, even change your thinking. Think of everything you buy as in your hourly salary. Our time is our most valuable resource, and think about how many hours it costs you to pay for blank. Or even ask yourself, is the sacrifice you're making now worth owning a home sooner for everything that you're looking at buying? Obviously, like the frivolous items. And in the beginning, I know it might be tough, but the more you work at it, the easier it'll become. Finally, if changing and looking at all of these items doesn't get you the house that you want, maybe you need to be a little bit more realistic with your expectations. Start by making a list of what the most important things are to you. Look at your wants versus your needs, and then you can decide what you can compromise on. Can you look at stuff like affordable housing in your area, or maybe even extending the area that you're looking in? Remember, unfortunately, your first home will probably more than likely not be your dream home. What if you think that your credit is crappy? Do you know for sure, or do you just think so? So figuring out what you're working with by pulling your credit right now. Remember, the banks can give you a loan with something as little as a 580 credit score, and you can increase your credit score in just a couple months, no matter your credit history. So start by making all the payments on time and to set up all the automatic payments, like your credit card and everything like that, to be paid automatically. And dispute any incorrect items on your report. Make sure to keep balances as low as possible to your total limit and be responsible with your credit cards. And as always, keep working on repairing your credit. It'll get there. And no matter your financial situation, where you live, how much money you make, or how terrible your credit might be or what you think it might be, there are always ways to repair it. So stop telling yourself lies about buying a house. You can truly do it. Just go ahead and make a plan and follow it. But remember, we all make mistakes. It's okay not to be perfect. If you do slip up, dust yourself off, forgive yourself, and just get back at it. Figure out what your triggers are and try and avoid them in the future. I truly believe that investing in real estate, if done right, can be the single biggest influencer on future wealth. So thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I truly hope this has helped you in your journey, and I'll talk with you more soon.